front of the courthouse, and as you can see, these people are so passionate. They are fighting for the freedom of Marissa Alexander. It's homecoming on the campus of Florida State University this weekend, and whether you graduated 30 years ago or last year, we don't want you to miss out on a fabulous weekend in Tallahassee. In 2 weeks, 71,000 of you will be receiving 2 blue bins just like this one. All the fun is only a few days away, and it's going to be an exciting weekend. Go Noles! A lot of you have been wanting the sun to come out, and you may get your wish, but you've got to be careful this weekend when you head to the beach, because as you can see behind me, the sea does look angry and the rip currents will be high. The Seminoles fought tough, but it just wasn't quite enough to beat Purdue tonight right here in Tully Gym, just to miss out on the Sweet 16. It might seem strange to you, an English girl waving an American flag, and this is all pretty new to me, but this is really cool, watching all the people lying down the bank waiting to try and get a front row seat for the fireworks spectacular that's due to start in about 1 hour. Now we're hoping that the rain clears up and there's no more lightning. It's cleared up from about 2 hours ago when the lightning strikes were really pretty intense. It's a bitter night out here at Morecambe Aquatic Center, but the Lady Noles really stepped up tonight, taking the win for Florida, 157 to 143. We're in the middle of the rally that is fighting for the freedom of Marissa Alexander and other people that have been caught in the 1020 law. They're on the way to the courthouse right now, trying to fight for that freedom. The NAACP leaders and supporters marched in rally this morning because they don't agree with the mother of 2 going to prison for 20 years. Marissa Alexander was sentenced to 20 years in prison under Florida's minimum mandatory law after firing what she claimed was a warning shot to scare her abusive husband.
I never would have thought ever in my life that my daughter would be in this position, because she is not a person that is violent. She's never had any dealings with the law. Everything she did, she tried to do it right.
They marched to the new courthouse to protest Florida's law, claiming that each case should be decided on an individual basis.
There are crimes that possibly do deserve 20 years, but not my daughter. And this rally shows that a lot of people feel the same way.
Justice! Even civil rights leaders from all over the country came to Jacksonville to show their support.
Be ashamed to die until you've done a little something to make the planet in which we all must live a little better than it was when you arrived.
Alexander's mother says that her daughter should not be punished because it was self-defense.
It doesn't send a good message for women. What do? You know, if you have an injunction and if you can't be protected, what do you do?
Jenkins says that if you agree, you need to write letters to legislators, because today it is Marissa Alexander, but tomorrow it could be somebody else. Charlotte Broadbent, Channel 4, the local station. The family of a woman shot and killed at this Arlington McDonald's are looking for answers. Police say Marvette Littles, a 27-year-old, was shot and killed in this parking spot by a cross-dresser on June the 10th.
It's a sad situation because she has 3 young children. We can't explain to the children, you know, your mom's gone, she's never coming back. We just needed some answers.
Kamisha Stevens says she wants answers. She needs to know why her younger sister was shot and killed.
Just basically want people to know, like, if you have any information or know any information, if you would just come forward, that would help us out. That'll put a lot of the family at ease, basically.
A shot was fired into Little's car at 9:30 p.m. She managed to get to a hospital where she later died. Surveillance cameras at a gas station close by captured this photo of the person that fired the shot. Witnesses have said that it was a woman dressed as a man who also had a slight limp.
Where they said someone had a verbal altercation. They were thinking she was altercating with someone in the parking lot.
The whole family, including 3 nieces and nephews, want the person responsible for this tragedy locked up.
The 9-year-old understands. The 3-year-old, in her eyes, she keeps saying, my mom's coming to get me, my mom's coming to take me to the store. And, you know, we're trying to break it to her as easy as possible. Like, your mom is going to a better place, your mom is in heaven. But she keeps saying, my mom's taking too long, you know.
Police don't know the motive for this shooting, but believe Littles was arguing in this parking spot right before the shooting. If you have any information, please call the police or Crime Stoppers at 866-845-TIPS. Charlotte Broadbent, Channel 4, the local station. It's a busy weekend as it's Parents Weekend and Florida State football takes on Boston College. But it all starts here on Friday night at 6 p.m. as the Florida State basketball season kicks off with Seminole Madness. Doors open at 6 p.m. and everything gets started at 7 p.m. There's a three-point contest and a dunk contest along with many other fun activities that you don't want to miss out on. After Seminole Madness, head over right here to Cleveland Plaza for the Friday night block party. The country singing star Corey Smith is the headlining act. All booster parking lots open at 12:30 p.m. If you have any questions on the FSU tailgating policy, please visit the Game Day FAQ section on Seminoles.com. Fans are encouraged to arrive early as traffic is expected to be heavy, with the Florida A&M playing a home game at 6 p.m. A favorite activity of thousands of fans ready to get revved up for the game is to listen to FSU's extraordinary marching band in the Dick Howser Stadium. And it's free for all to enjoy, and it starts at 3:25 p.m. Stadium gates open at 3:30 p.m. and you'll want to be in Doak early to see the pregame warm-ups at 4:30. A parachute jump by the U.S. Special Operations Command parachute team at 5:15, and the greatest tradition in sports, Osceola and Renegade, at 5:29 p.m. Stay in your seats at halftime for a special presentation of the Learfield Trophy for the outstanding athletic accomplishments of the Seminole student athletes last season. There are a limited number of tickets remaining for the FSU v Boston College game. You can purchase tickets now by calling the FSU ticket office at 1-888-FSU-NOL or log on to seminoles.com/tickets. For any questions concerning tickets to the game, you can visit the Howser ticket office on game days starting 4 hours prior to kickoff. If you can't make it to the game, you can watch the game on ESPN2 and listen to Gene Deckerhoff and William Floyd on Seminole IMG Sports Network. A complete list of affiliates is available on Seminoles.com. For additional game day questions, including RV parking, weather forecast, ATM locations, and more, visit the FAQ link on Seminoles.com/game day. It's an action-packed weekend, and we hope you have a great one. Go Noles! The Jags are thinking big under new leadership. In the past, Team Teal rallies have been in a 5-county area surrounding Jacksonville, but they will be expanding their horizons as far north as Savannah, as far west as Valdosta, and as far south as Daytona. When the Jags said, "It's go time," few thought it actually meant traveling to cities that they had never rallied in before. The Jags will be traveling as far north as Savannah, Georgia, and as far south as Daytona Beach, Florida.
Savannah's, to the north over to Valdosta, Gainesville, Orlando, Daytona. I mean, that's the next step.
Marketing director Mackie Weaver says the Jags are building a great brand. The traveling caravans will consist of players, coaches.
We all win together. Everybody in this room is going to win together. I mean, there's no question.
And cheerleaders. And the purpose of the rallies? To fill the Jacksonville Everbank Stadium.
It's not just bringing the caravan and that being a one and done. It's a matter of going into those markets, establishing relationships with the community leaders, the civic leaders, the business leaders, and having an ongoing presence there as it relates to, contributing to causes that are important to the market.
Weaver says that the team's travels are just a very small part of what the owner, Shad Khan, sees for the Jags.
This is an objective as it relates to the immediate and surrounding area of North Florida. His goal is for us to build relevance across the country and across the globe. So this is one part of an overall strategy.
And speaking of Shad Khan and his plans to put Jacksonville on the map, he is currently at home in Pakistan, where 60 Minutes is filming a show about his life story. Reporting from the South Bank, I'm Charlotte Broadbent, Channel 4, the local station.